Hey, I think I need a little help from you too. Hey, oh, can you get in the car? Pigsley, listen to me. Listen to me. I need you to get in the car and rewire this. Okay? Come on. Come on, Pig. I need you to rewire this. Yep, there you go. Yep, get up in there. You gotta get to work. I know it's hot. You lazy. Alright. So, Yoda, hey. I need you to get to work. Right here. This is the problem. Look down here. Look down here. Alright, well, my helpers aren't really helping. I was gonna have him hold the flashlight, but man, he sure is weird. Alright, well, today we're gonna be working on this right here. I figured it out. It's not as bad as I thought. It is just simply a ground right here. Both of these are actually ground. So I am going to work with that. And then I'm also going to fix this issue right here. I do have a helper, but sometimes he's not the best. He definitely can't see straight. So I get a lot of crooked stuff when I have him around. Alright, well, that was a lot of boring stuff for y'all, I'm sure, but we got it done. The Holly system is still out of the car, but I did get this functioning correctly. I got all of this back together. I got this working. I got this working. I got everything ready inside the car as far as wiring wise done. It is dark outside, and tomorrow morning I'm going to get the trailer ready, and I will probably just screw on that little air dam at the front, the new headlight cover for the part. Yeah, and this light's beating, but I guess I'll see you on the flip side. What I am going to do today, which I thought is going to be pretty cool, is I got this off of eBay, and it essentially I'll be honest, it is a lot better in theory and the way you saw it on the videos and the for sale post, but I think I'm going to make it work, and it might just introduce just enough air to kind of keep it a little better. But anyway, so obviously it is the skin for this. So I've unscrewed this already, and bam. Now, as you can see, I don't use the pop-ups anymore, but it leaves a nice gap for air, but then obviously there's nothing for it to go to. So I've started on it a little bit, but I wanted to show you guys what I'm doing. But I'm gonna end up cutting this whole channel out right here. It doesn't really hurt the structure of the light, but it's gonna allow the air to flow through there and into the engine bay. So it'll at least help in some way. I thought about trying to maybe get the heat gun and a buddy and help me maybe put this onto here, but I'm definitely going to see the Renspec boys this weekend, so I'm going to hit up Kevin and ask for his suggestions. He's the one that wrapped the entire car, so shout out to Kevin again. He'll be at Lone Star this weekend in the Corvette. So yeah, we're going to do that. And then I don't know if it's going to help, but I have a fuse block in the back, and it seems like when this is all coupled into my starter issue. So like when the car is hot and I try to start the car and it does a whomp, 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 and then this clicks and pops, obviously. It's been taking longer and longer for it to reset. I have no idea, but for 15 bucks, I'm gonna go ahead and replace it anyway. Keep this one in my toolbox and go from there. And hopefully I don't have any problems this weekend. My main concern this weekend is that my clutch line that I repair, that it works, and then my reverse doesn't start acting up again. I'm gonna make sure I park out of the way. I already can't turn the car off, and so now I'll have to kind of be mindful of not being able to use reverse, which makes it kind of hard the way they stage MSR, because we like to back into the track sideways and it leaves one lane for all the cars to come do their lead follow and then swap it up and do the follow chase. So it's gonna be a little difficult, but I'm gonna talk with John, the guy that runs the grid, and kind of explain what I've got going on. And like I said, usually reverse only started going out when the clutch fluid was so hot and then the car was hot. So I'm hoping that just doing a couple runs back to back, it's not going to get out of the way. Plus it is DEI heat sleeved. So yeah, here I've been wanting to share my little trackside toolbox that I take with me. So I went to Harbor Freight, gave myself a $300 budget, and I came up with this. It's one of those pew pew cases, and I just converted it, and I bought all the tools on that budget. It was probably like $320 after taxes and all that. So you've got one layer and the third layer. So I do have a random set of wrenches because sometimes you need two, and as you can see, Harbor Freight, trust me, I know I chose the cheap kit, but it goes 21, 22, 25. So anyway, I had to actually, and the worst of all, it goes 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 21. There is no 18, so I've had to go and buy 18, 23, like that. But anyway, that's beside the point. This little kit right here is pretty nice. I got a whole assortment of screwdrivers. I've got tall sockets, small sockets. I have this little goofy thing right here, and then just a regular. And yeah, and also included in that price tag was the small box and a set of drill bits. So in the small box, I think there was some type of deal, like you bought one, you get another one half off or something like that. Can't remember why I bought both of them, but I went over my budget for it, and it's been the best. So this is like all the hand tools, and then this, obviously drill bits, but this handles the drill and my 1/2-inch impact with a couple of batteries and of course all the lug nut sockets. So this is kind of like my wheel and tire box, and this is the repair box. So this is the one that you want to open all the time at the track, and this one I hope to never open at the track. So I just kind of wanted to share that. That's a cool little, it works out really good. The only issue I ever thought about was that someone would think it was actually guns and then they would pick it up and steal it. But you know, other than that, and it, of course, it absorbs heat. So if this is sitting out in the sun completely closed, these tools are almost too hot to touch up top. But so just keep that in mind. But I mean, for less than 350 bucks, that's a great trackside for grassroots drifting. It's a great little setup. I think it's real easy to carry, handle, lock up. I keep it, it's a lot better than lugging around like a big toolbox. I can carry both of them, both hands. This one's super easy to carry around. So yeah, just wanted to kind of share that little.
What up, everybody? So we are actually on our way to Cam's for the KBD appreciation event. So I am not aware of, or I haven't ever heard of, another company that puts on a private event for all the local guys and lets everyone come for free as long as you have a KBD kit. Now, there are some other people probably going to be there drifting around, but for the most part, there is mainly going to be all cars kitted with KBD. And if you go onto the little group chat that we have, or the group Facebook event, you'll see that a majority of them are 350Zs, but there is supposed to be about 6 RX-7s. So that's number 6 right there, or number 1, you know, whatever. But either way, I have one, so I'm excited to see all of the KBD kitted cars, and hopefully we'll get like a group picture before everybody goes crazy. You don't know about this yet, but I do have another vehicle. I have a pro car, so this has turned into the party car, and we are gonna attempt to party. We are just gonna absolutely send it today. I'm gonna go tandem. I'm gonna try to get comfortable with that. Who cares if these people judge me for bad driving or whatever? They sucked at one point too, so I need to get rid of that thought process and just go out there and have fun. We all have unbreakable KBD body kits, so it might be a great day or it might be some carnage, but either way, it's probably going to be fun. So there ain't no we around it, there ain't nobody in here, but I am probably 13 minutes, I'm looking at it, I am 13 minutes from Cam's, and I'm going to get there in about 20 minutes before the driver's meeting, so I got to get teched and then go into the driver's meeting and kind of figure out how I can fly my own drone. I want to make sure and do some good media coverage for myself today and for you guys, because I have a lot planned for this channel. I've kind of been adding hints here and there, and on my Facebook stories, and then I think on the Jason Drift Facebook page, I actually posted kind of some plans and some stuff like that. So next week you'll be able to see, you'll see this video. I'll have already done the event and all that fun stuff, and be producing the next video in the series, and then it's going to it's going to be consistent. I'm going to really try. I'm going to put some effort into this. I'm going to put all of my effort into it. And the only thing I ask that any one of you that's not liked or that's not subscribed, just go ahead and subscribe. YouTube has opened up a little bit of monetization for lower numbers. So if you put this on in your background while you're eating dinner, you can even mute it. Just let it roll. Give me some watch hours and give me one of those subscribes, and I will do my darndest to get you some great content coming. I've got multiple drift trips planned, already booked and ready to go, and they are out of state on tracks that you have particularly not seen me go to. I know you've seen just me in the FC, and then sometimes in the G at the same old 3 tracks, yet here again we're going to Cam's, but I'm going to drive a little bit different today, and then at the other events it's going to be a bunch of private days and then ride-along events that are completely multiple states away. So I really appreciate any and every one of you that have been around from the very beginning and kind of put up with the mediocre videos I've tried. Hopefully you've seen a little bit of progress with the way I've edited and tried to kind of add things in here and there, and I've refrained from producing a bad video, which is just like random takes at events and stuff. I may throw them in every now and again, but I've kind of been starting to just film in the background of daily things that I've been doing and things that pertain to particular episodes that I plan to produce and put out for you guys. So like I said, I appreciate it. Yet again, this is a very hard space to get into. Everybody else is doing it much better and have already been doing it and established themselves, but it's something that I feel like that I want to at least give a good hard effort towards. I love drifting. I want a lot of people to see drifting as a feasible option, a feasible hobby, and kind of, it doesn't have to be hardcore or scary or have to have crappy cars or whatever the persona is of drifting to you in your particular area. Try to make it show that, it's just a regular guy can do it. You don't have to be a fancy YouTuber, and even though that's kind of the goal, I'm still grassroots Jason drifts with a Jason mask. And so that's kind of going to be my theme. You'll see the new car will have the wrap. I have some tents being made, and I'm just going to kind of go all in, go all out, see what it does. And at the end of the day, I'm going to have fun doing it, and that's the goal. So enough of that nonsense baloney below ham. Here's some footage. So we made it out here. We did the driver's meeting, got everybody checked in. We thanked Irving Ramirez. So thank you again, Irving and KBD Body Kits, for hosting this. But I had to go make sure the babe was still good. I haven't driven the FC. I kind of felt like I abandoned it with the new car, but wanted to make sure and show it some love. And it is the perfect car for this. This is just the best car. It really is. I haven't driven it in a month. I haven't literally touched this car in a month. And I pulled it out here 2.5 hours to Cam's Acres. Just immediately fired it up. Went out on a couple of laps without my tablet even hooked up. And it's perfect. This is why this car means so much to me. It is just the best thing ever. So it's going to be at every event with a new car. And yeah. Let's see some parties laps.
All right, man, you're good to go. Hit it. No! Your boy snapped an axle, and it's the one event in almost a year that I've never brought an extra, so we're gonna enjoy the fun. So you may not be able to hear me because of the wind, but yeah, I made a silly mistake. I, for the first time ever, did not pack a spare axle, and for the first time ever, I snapped an axle on some 360 treadwear Valinos. So yeah, I had a little bit of an issue with the power steering kind of shorting out, and so I had over rotated, clutch kicked, and bam, snapped the axle. And I looked at my truck and I don't have one. So other than that, the car is just fine. I went through one set of tires, 20 or so laps on the same set. Just love this car so much, and I'm kind of sad I didn't bring an extra axle. It's kind of silly and stupid of me, but it saved me. It lets me get home a little earlier to the kiddo and the dogs, and yeah, got a lot of media. I was out on track, one of the first ones, so yeah, she's a good car, great car.